with Eilidh Doyle at the Young People's Forum Conference, and just thinking back to the European indoors there, Eilidh, and another fantastic performance from Laura Muir, your good friend from Kinross. How did you rate it?
I'd say it's probably one of Laura's, I'd say not necessarily our best performance in terms of her fitness levels, but I'd say probably one of her best performances in terms of, the effort and the determination she had to put into that to get out of it. I think, with Laura over the years, we've just come to expect medals from her, and that's a very difficult place to be, in this sport, when you're constantly kind of on that knife edge of training so hard, and, you might get a wee niggle here and there, and, Laura's been in the sport for so long, and she's, been relatively fortunate not to have any injuries, so you just expect her to come out and be the Laura that we know and win medals. And I think, she said that herself, that she wasn't going into the championships in the best shape possible, but she still won, and I think that just shows a testament to her as an athlete, but also her confidence and how she's come on so much that she can still go out there and deliver a gold medal performance, not at her best. So yeah, it was just fantastic to see. And again, dealing with that constant expectation, that constant pressure, yes, she's used to it, but it doesn't make it any less difficult sometimes.
It's interesting that you say that, because the stat that keeps coming up, that I keep bringing up and keeps coming up in my head, is this 5 championships in a row from the Olympics in 2021, and 6 finals in a row, and 6 times she's been to the podium. I feel as though in terms of longevity, in terms of consistency, in terms of just sheer class, that says it all.
It does, it really does, and I think you look at the sort of company that she's being mentioned around, the likes of Colin Jackson, Jason Gardner. I mean, we remember these athletes as being, formidable indoors, and now that Laura's, surpassed what they achieved, it just shows kind of the longevity she's had, but also the longevity at successful levels. And it's not just I think she said in one of her interviews beforehand, I've never not won, doing the European indoors. So she's been used to, going to these championships, not just picking up medals, but actually winning. And so I think, just for her, her longevity, her career, her confidence, it is what we expect from her, but it doesn't make it any less easy.
Well, the other bit that did come up was her first European indoors was 10 years ago. We're just working it out. She was not even turned 20, I don't think, in Gothenburg in Sweden in 2013, and she was dead last in the 1500 metre final. So it's been great to see that development. I think you were a roommate at that.
I was, and that wasn't only our first European indoors. I think it's our first ever championships, actually. And so, I think that just shows you the journey that Laura's been on. I mean, that was her first championships back in 2013, where she finished at the back of the field. But look at what that journey has then gone on to achieve. She's competed in 14 and 15 and 16, 17, 18 was her first medal at the World Indoors. But then after that, she's just gone on to do, win so many more medals. But it's that journey, it shows you how far she's come, what she's learnt, where she's built on. And it's a phenomenal career so far, and it'll carry on to do so. But I think it's really good to look back on that and just to see how far she's come, from that first championships, where she finished. I think if any sort of youngsters look at that and they see that and they think, well, you don't need to be going to championships and expecting to win medals straight away. You learn your craft, you learn how to, negotiate rounds, run the race, and then, then you start, doing the special things and winning those medals. So it's a fantastic journey, and one that, obviously I've been part of some of it, and it's been fantastic to see.
Well, if we're recalling Gothenburg 2013, I think it's only fair that we add that 2 medals did come back to that particular room, both won by yourself in a relay and a flat 400 indoors. But she's catching you up now.
She
in terms of overall medals. How do you feel about it?
I'm making the most of the Scotland's most medalled athlete as much as I can just now, because I feel like it's going to disappear. I maybe got another year or so mathematically left to get away with it. But Laura's just racking them up, isn't she? So, but you know what? I just think it's fantastic. I've never liked to compare us as athletes, because we're friends, we're different events. I just think it's fantastic that we have athletes in Scotland that are winning medals, bringing medals home. We can celebrate them. So when Laura does get to that stage where she surpasses my medal tally, I will be very, very proud, and I'll be very happy to pass that baton on to her.
Thanks, Eilidh.